because again, I did build this one as a thing. And you probably noticed we started off simple with the drums, and then we got a little bit into the like kookies, and then we kind of stayed kooky but controlled it, and
Yeah.
then we really emphasized the control. And so now what we're going to do, I'm actually going to use a song
Okay.
for its designated purpose as it was on the album. And again, this counts as a duet as far as I'm concerned, because according to the internet, two musical groups, as long as they contribute equally,
Okay.
it constitutes a duet. And so, without further ado, I present Sunn and Boris.
Oh.
This is some very heavy stuff. Luckily
Yes.
for us, this is not the heaviest it gets on the record, but it is still creepy,
Yeah.
which I'm all for. You're familiar with Sunn and Boris?
Yes, I've heard both. I believe Sunn maybe has just released a new record that I saw, or is about to.
Seems possible. They always release. They're pretty good at staying on top of that.
Yeah.
This is from the album Alter. It came out in 2006. And the way this relationship came out on Southern Lord Records, and the way their relationship actually began is that Greg Anderson from Sunn, and actually the other guy in Sunn, now that I think about it, they founded Southern Lord, and they were re-releasing old Boris records, and then because of that, their relationship got built up, so that they were like, hey, we kind of like the same thing. I mean, obviously, we're re-releasing your records. We like what you do. And then the Boris guys, who are like crazy Japanese experimental stuff,
Right.
they're like, yeah, we like what you do too, because you're obviously re-releasing our records. So this is their first time putting something together, and they are all, in fact, currently performing, believe it or not.
Okay.
It's just lots of guitars, lots of droning. But what is cool for me, or what I like about this one, I should say, because it does have some personal touch to it. This was actually engineered in all ways and shapes, recorded, mixed, everything engineered by Randall Dunn and mastered by Mel Detmer. And they used to be a partnership that lived in West Seattle, whom I lived with for a month on my first visit to Seattle.
Okay.
And at one point, I was tasked with entertaining Boris for an evening of drinking, when I assumed there would be a translator or something, and there was not. And I was like, oh man, my gregarious self is having a tough time with this language barrier problem. But that makes me believe that if it was worked on by Randall, then that probably was done up here, and more than likely was recorded in what they then had as a basement studio, which was kind of one of my favorite places to hang out during that month. But also possibly done stuff at Avast and other places where Randall was known to work around town. But I'm not quite for sure totally about that. But this is...
Yeah, this is just...
Yeah. And so the way this is supposed to work in the album is it's also the only short song at 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the record, but it kind of bridges these two longer pieces. The one that comes after this, I believe, is a beautiful track that features Jesse Sykes on vocals, who is just an absolutely amazing singer. So definitely worth a check out with this one. But it truly gives you no idea of the album itself. But it counts as a duet, and I had it in my library, so I threw it in there.
That's right. Oh man.
But yeah,
that's
I gotta
awesome.
love that drone.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, that was a track.
Yeah, I mean, there was sound. It lasted a while. I put some facts on top of it.
Yeah, that did happen.
But what's a trip too is that the record did actually mark the return of a one Kim Thale to playing guitar after a long hiatus. But in most of the reviews, people were let down because all the guitars are just droning, and it's very tough to hear who's playing which guitar, and so therefore Kim Thayil's return to guitarmanship was slightly underrepresented because, well, who is he in the mix? It doesn't,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Where's that Soundgarden solo I've been waiting for? Well, it's droned out and played
Yeah,
over
yeah.
30 minutes.
It's way back there.
Yeah, way in the back.
You got to really squint when you listen. Uh,